So this is a very short video on a very important topic, and that is stage fright. So whether you're one of my students or you're someone who's just joining me and you've experienced real nerves, and sometimes actually not just nerves, like actual panic attacks, going on stage, you hate the thought of performing in front of people, then I just like to give you a few tips in this video. So the first thing is to work out, what is it you're afraid of? Now, I see there's been two potential fears here. One, you're afraid of your voice letting you down or your talent letting you down, doing something wrong, making a big mistake, and then looking foolish. The other thing that you might be afraid of is the audience themselves. Are they going to be judgmental? Are they not wishing you well? Are they going to pass some kind of cutting remark? So let's talk about both those things. One, the fear of your voice letting you down or your talent letting you down. If you're a singer, here's something really interesting to remember. An ENT surgeon once told me that you have more conscious control of your voice than any other part of your body. So you have more control of your voice than you do of your hands. Practice enough, learn the right technique, and your voice will not let you down. It will do what you want it to do. Now, yes, something could go wrong circumstantially. You could, breathe in some bit of dust and start spluttering or whatever, but really, how big a disaster is that? Are you going to remember that in a year's time? Don't think so. Your voice is not going to let you down. And if you're an instrumentalist, there's a big component of muscle memory in music. Your hands remember how to play things on the piano and on the guitar. You practice enough and it just comes out on autopilot. So feeling, like a spring breaking or some kind of power surge or something, 99.99% of the time, nothing's going to go wrong. You know that you've worked on your talent. You know that you've put effort into this and you know that you can do it. So just remind yourself of the skills that you have. If you're very good at hitting high notes, remind yourself of that. If you're very good at playing flamenco, remind yourself of that. There's a reason that you're doing this gig. There's a reason why you're being asked to play in public, or you're maybe recording something to put online, because people actually want to hear you. And that brings me on to the second category of fear, which is fear of the audience. Now, it is unfortunate that we live in an age where some people who don't have anything better to do with their time choose to use it trolling around the internet, passing remarks. But how qualified are the people that maybe have passed remark to you to make those remarks? You may not know. So you might assume they do know what they're talking about. It's quite likely that actually they don't. And the fact that they've taken time to type anything at all shows that they must have been threatened by your talent, so I would take it as a compliment. Seek out the opinions of people whose opinions are informed. A music teacher, a promoter, another artist, someone actually working in the music industry, and listen to those opinions, not just the random influx of opinions that you sometimes get online or even when you're gigging in public, especially if you're gigging in places where people might be, on occasions, a little drunk, which I can't help but feel sort of negates their opinion to a certain extent. So most people in an audience are actually wishing you well. They want you to do well. They want you to do your best. They want to hear you at your best. So, you're dealing with human beings. And by the law of averages, some of those human beings are going to be really nice, decent human beings. So perform to those people who are there to support you, who are your fans, who are wishing you well. And I think that that's likely to be most of the people who are there. And also interact with those human beings. Tell them a bit of a story about your day if you can. Make eye contact with a couple of them. Nothing is worse than going to see someone perform and they just pick a spot and they stare at that spot and never move an inch of their body and just sing at that one spot. That makes you come across as truly terrified. And, a sense of terror makes an audience feel uncomfortable. They feel bad for you, and we don't want that. So you'll come across as confident if you make eye contact and you move a bit. Now, the other great thing that you can do to control stage fright is just to control your breathing. The intercostal lateral breathing that we use for singing controls nerves. So a short, sharp breath up here. That's what your body does when it's panicked and it won't sustain sound. We want to breathe into the rib cage here. And out. And out. And that will actually make you feel calm and relaxed, it will make you feel a little bit more confident and it will make you sound better. So a lot of benefits there. So just to recap, important things to remember: you're in control of your performance, you know what you're doing, your body actually remembers what it's doing, you're playing to human beings, and a lot of those people wish you well. So those are the main things to remember about stage fright. If you're interested in taking any singing or songwriting lessons, you're at the point where you're out there and getting your music into the world, feel free to email me music for feedback at info@evewilliamsmusic.com, or you can find out about my lessons and courses at singinglessonsni.com. So wishing you all the best with your music, every success, and I hope you're getting out there and gigging.